no, I don't mind losing the flip. I really don't. But come on, I asked you not to do that.
You're being abusive. It's called verbal abuse. What you're doing to me?
From temper tantrums to actual cheating allegations, these are some of the most heated moments ever recorded in poker history. Starting off with the man who loves the spotlight so much that he doesn't mind throwing a temper tantrum every now and then. I mean, it's no surprise that his nickname is Poker Brat. Phil Hellmuth is the man we are talking about. Usually, he is the one who plays mind games and throws his opponents off their game. But this time, that wasn't the case.
I think I looked. 66. Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in. 66.
Tony repots it with ace king.
All right. You slow down. You slow down a bit. Are you going to save the rest?
Not if he believes you haven't looked.
Hellmuth now facing a raise and an angle shot.
So Tony G, the gentleman who was obviously lying about not even taking a look at his cards and blindly going all in, seems to be the Poker Brat's pacifier, since he always manages to rattle him. He continues pushing Phil to play his hand, but even the other players that folded had their doubts about his "I didn't look" strategy.
All that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure going to call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked, though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one?
Tony G's lie had the commentator stressing, that's for sure. But Hellmuth can't hear him, so he decides to make sure that they are really leaving it both to chance and not tricking each other.
He's saying you didn't look?
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie. You can check my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't look at either card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't
I
looked.
can't say anything, but
I'm not going to look.
that's between...
Joe was smart. He didn't want to risk giving his word for Tony. But Phil, on the other hand, made this decision as a brat as well, since he fell for Tony's trick.
Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
Right. Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil.
Now that was messed up. He used Phil's trust against him, all while having a huge smile on his face. That's when Phil started getting heated.
You kind of deserve to lose the first one.
I do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, it's considered totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say you were blind.
what happens on this
when you were
table
blind.
in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want. When do you tell the
rules
truth?
of poker are...
Phil couldn't wrap his head around this move. He was pissed at Tony.
Well, it's like a rule of poker. It's like it's horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to pay attention to the game, Phil. If you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me look.
That is a good point. But also being a professional means not using cheap parlor tricks like this one. But it wasn't all lost. It was showdown time. They agreed to do 3 of them, with the winner taking a third of the pot each time. So this happened the first time.
For ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck.
Tony G won the first one. To make things even worse, he said this to Phil after it.
You just admitted it was bad etiquette. You want to retract?
I'm sorry if I bullied you. I'm sorry.
It's not.
I don't want to bully you. I'm sorry.
Not,
I feel
Tony,
bad.
Look, no problem. Nice hand, man. I mean, you showed your true colors.
He is a true villain. Those are his colors. But maybe in the next hand, Phil gets the luck he deserves?
River another 5 and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush. Don't rush.
Well, not really. But the third time's the charm, right?
Our final river, Phil's gonna need a 10. It's a jack.
Whoa, you got there!
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was that bad etiquette too?
So, Tony, look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay. No problem.
But good game, man.
All right, I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Somebody comes out and
Good thing. All right, thanks.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and...
So basically, he didn't just lie his way to a victory, but he also humiliated Phil. But for some reason, Tony seemed to be more heated and pissed than Phil. But if there is a person more annoying than Tony G, it has to be Martin Cabrel. Speaking of which, take a look at his terrible table etiquette.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. He's broken one of the rules. Not allowed to stand up
Is he allowed to do that?
with a hand.
Why is he allowed to stand up? We were told at the beginning of play that standing up will not be permitted.
So, not only does Martin love to talk all the time and pressure his opponents to lose focus, but he also seems to love breaking the rules. Alex called him on it and wanted the ref to step in, which he did.
Stay in your seat. So, I'm not quite sure why you're up and down so much.
I was looking at the stack, if it is correct, yeah? Nothing else. I stand for 2 seconds. I don't know what is this guy problem, but I didn't do anything wrong.
That you're not following the rules, that's my problem.
Sorry?
You're not following the rules.
No, he was speaking that when we wanna use phones, we go out of the table. What are you talking about? Are you like, sorry, it's not.
There's no reason to be up and down.
I was only looking at the stack that it's correct, yeah? I stand for 2 seconds. Dior, can you say what happened, please? It's no. Yeah, thank you. It's nothing happened. I didn't do anything wrong. Or tell me what I shouldn't do. I don't know.
Telling you that you did something wrong.
Sorry?
So Dan Smith, who wasn't a fan of Martin even before this incident, decided to step in. For him, there is no poker player out there that has worse table manners than Martin.
Thank you.
Martin's antics at the table are worse than anyone I've played with. Playing with him is unbelievably unpleasant. He's rude. He takes the full 30 seconds every time. And last night playing with him, it felt like something not kosher was going on. Can't know for sure, but I think it's ridiculous.
Martin, of course, didn't let Alex's ref calling slide, so he decided to pressure him and raise the heat at the table.
.com for
Alex.
more information.
Alex?
Yes, Martin.
What was your problem, please?
My problem is that you're not following the rules.
Which rule?
Martin, you were here at the beginning of play, yes or no?
Yes.
Or as you say, correct?
I was.
Okay, you were. That's good. The floor said that you're not allowed to stand up, especially during the hand.
That's not what he said.
It did say that.
Why? Can you tell me what he said? Why?
He said that when you have a live hand in front of you, you can't get out of your seat.
That's not what he said.
That's what he said.
And I was not going out of my seat. I was just looking at his stack for 2 seconds. Are you guys crazy or what?
Okay. We're crazy. You're the normal one. We're all crazy.
No, I am not normal, but I didn't do anything wrong.
On that we agree.
I'm not normal.
The reason you're not allowed to stand is if the cards were marked, you'd have a better angle of it. So as a preventative measure, you can't have that.
Are you joking or not?
No, that's the reason the rule exists.
He's being factual.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty
They created the rule for you to protect us.
Yeah,
If you have any more questions, let us know.
The worst thing is that in the end, this loudmouthed, not normal guy ended up in 3rd place in the tournament. But what happens when talking goes so far that it gets a name in poker? If you heard about the term speech play, you definitely heard of William Kassouf, someone who is hated or loved to be hated in the poker community. Whenever he loses, people celebrate. But was this one of those moments?
5.6 total.
Kassouf has built his whole image for this moment. Talk a big game, then show up with the goods, except he's crushed.
It's a month past Griffin's birthday, but he has to feel like it's right now.
Well, this could be the one then. This could be the one. Have you got me covered or have I got you covered?
Sure, it's a little fire.
Do you know? Can you count? What's that? Have you got me covered or? Can you tell me? Okay, how much are you playing in total? How much do you have at the start of the hand?
Benger takes the 5th.
Does he not, can you not say?
He's over 15. He has 17, 18 at least.
Benger campaign spokesman Gordon Veo confirms Griffin's chip.
So Benger doesn't even want to acknowledge the existence of Kassouf. He has pocket aces, while the speech player has pocket kings.
Then I'll pass. What do you want me to do? Want me to go all in or fold? Talk to me. You don't say anything, I might have to ship it here.
Go right ahead, Will. You ship it, it's a shipwreck.
You want to gamble? I'm not here to ladder, I'm here to win it. I'm not laddering. Play for the win, right? You doing the same? Or are you going to wait for the next pay jump at 15? 90K is 90K, right? That's the main event for the next 9 years.
Kassouf was giving it all to rattle Benger, and finally, it paid off. However, what Benger said next didn't actually go in Kassouf's favor.
The person, man, it's not funny. It's not a game. You're being abusive to me.
How am I being abusive?
You're being abusive. It's called verbal abuse. What you're doing to me is verbal abuse.
You're not even gaining any information. He's
what
not
you're
talking
doing
to you.
is verbal abuse.
Why is
You're
it
a
verbal
bully.
abuse?
It's rude. It's mean.
It's called speech play.
It's not about.
No,
it's not called speech play. It's called being a bad person. You should
How's a
really
bad
check
person?
yourself.
Tempers were flaring, and everyone at the table could feel it. But then these two decided to let their cards do the talking.
You want to gamble? Okay, I'm all in.
I call.
Let's go.
Woo!
Come on, baby. Let's go. Whatever happens, he's cooler. Whatever happens, he's cooler.
He's never folding anyway.
Put a king, I don't care. Put a king, I don't care. I'm not slow rolling him. Put a king out there, I'm fine. My life is good.
Wenger decided to make it clear. I am happy. I don't need to be an a-hole to win. I would much rather be a normal and likable dude that lost fair and square than an annoying winner like Kasuf. But as fate would have it, this happened.
It happens. It's happened to me before. I'll be fine.
Kasuf stands isolated at the crux of his main event.
3, baby.
Turn card does nothing for Will Kasuf.
Oh, come on.
What's that? King of the river. Did it say in the earpiece? King of the river. King of hearts of the river, we're nice.
3 ball.
One time? One time.
Clear that board.
One time.
Clear that board. Clear that baby board. Let's go. 3.
No king, no more Kasuf.
Look it out there.
And the king's about? Ping.
Show me 3.
Come on! Come on!
To make matters even worse and to make the situation even more embarrassing, he got left hanging.
Good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck.
If Mike Nowitzki won't shake your hand, you need to...
A reminder for not just poor old Will here, but for everyone. Don't be cocky. When speaking about cocky players, you have to mention the poker brat. Phil was all chill. He was almost certain he was going to win, since he was the big boy on the table.
And Helmy flops an ace.
10 makes it fun.
A jack makes it really fun.
Becoming a significant favorite. Mike looking for a jack, doesn't find it, does find the gutter.
10 or a jack. Oh, you want to do the da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da, that's 4 10s, da-da-da, that's 2 jacks. Helmuth has 38 outs.
Phil was already celebrating his victory, since he had 2 aces, while Mike was hoping to get the 3rd jack to add to his 2 pocketed ones. But as you saw today, gloating most of the time leads to a humble pie.
What's the odds on that?
Well, river card. Oh, it's a jack, look out.
Yes! 100%.
Start the car, Ange. Start the car, baby. Let's go.
Right? Wow.
Start the car, Ange.
Wow.
Nice hand. Yeah, thank you, buddy.
One time, baby.
Oh my God.
100%. Yes.
Does he have him covered? Well,
You did.
does he have you covered? Do you have him covered?
We need to count. We need to
You
count.
do need to count. Don't just assume.
Phil was dying inside. He tried keeping his temper tantrums to a minimum, but then Mike decided to give him some of his own medicine.
I've got an address if you need to send some.
Buddy, I told you to, all right, you want me to quit? All right, I'm going to quit.
No,
I can't play
don't,
with you anymore.
I don't want you to quit.
You're such an
Apologize right now.
No, I don't mind losing the flip. I really don't. But come on, I asked you not to do that. You have been more out of line to me than any other person.
Great.
No, you've been more out of line to me than any other person has been out of line to me in a year and a half.
Phil was fuming. He couldn't keep his composure, and when other players tried to calm him down, things got even worse.
I don't know who you are, but I'm never going to film with you again.
You just lost a big pot, so let's just you know.
No, I don't give a JRB.
He just about.
I'm serious. If you,
I don't give a No, I asked you not to do it. You've been
I'm not.
I had a guy who was all day yesterday.
Let's play.
Oh!
What the is wrong with this guy, man?
Slams
I
the
asked
mic.
you not to keep going there.
I wasn't talking about what you think I'm talking about.
People that are I get to play with the
Phil, I'm saying I have chips if you need chips, all
I
right?
get to play with a group of people in Palo Alto who I love and I have fun with. That's who I play with. I don't ever play with people that are
I think he was.
I think there's.
And if, by the way, if we were in a tournament and you acted like this, I had my headphones on, I wouldn't have to hear.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why they call him the poker brat. Watch this video too if you love poker.